Hi and welcome back to the channel. And this time we're going to the 2021 Safari Rally. So I've said several times on the channel this year, we've had a hell of a lot of rain, which has been unusual in the last 20 odd years. And no exception for this rally. We are no strangers to the Safari Rally. We have run it ourselves, have been Clark of course, and have been organisers a few years ago. And normally this event at this time of year is very dry and dusty. However, 2021 and well, it rained, as it has at pretty much every other rally. This was the wettest that we have ever seen the safari roads around the Chidlow area, Mundaring, Weir sort of side of things. And for a lot of competitors, it gave a great deal of trouble. And we weren't alone there either. In fact, all of the cars in our team had troubles. Now this year we ran a 3-car team. We had Hugh and Karen in the WRX, and joining us was Tim and John. Tim is new to WRX, although he's been competing for a while in an XL in the club, and this was his first state rally. And also we had Tiana and Graham in the club and running in the Impreza. And to say that we had an eventful rally would probably be an understatement. Okay, so before we get into that, let's talk about the format of the rally. Well, for a start, things were done a bit differently this time. There was some slightly different organisers involved in it, and they took some very novel approaches to a few things. One was getting the promotion into the local paper, also running 9 stages for the state championship and 6 for the clubmen, with the clubmen starting later in the rally so they would effectively finish at the same time, which meant that everybody could get to the presentation. Also meant clubmen got service in there as well, which is a great idea. The factor outside of everyone's control was the weather, and well, this screenshot from my weather app, well, it tells its own story. After recce in the afternoon, we started the rally, and the first group of stages, well, they were wet and slippery, and everybody was struggling with the conditions. Even state championship leaders Ben Searcy and Damon Nicoli had a moment they'd rather forget early in the rally. Mechanical troubles were also plaguing some competitors as well. Dylan King and Lee Tierney and their WRX had no rear brakes by the time they got to the first service. That would end up being a bit of a common theme amongst some competitors. Also, Dale Faulkner and Rachel Ferranti on Dale's first rally in their Mazda 323, well, they had a collapsed strut top, which put them out of a few stages as well. At the first service, we didn't have too many dramas apart from a bit of mud, and so did the other teams. However, Dylan's team were furiously trying to get their rear brakes sorted out. After service, so competitors were off to stage 4, and clubmen joined in as well, and that is where our dramas began. Not long after Tiana and Graham had left, I got a phone call. The news wasn't good. Unfortunately, just 11 kilometres into what was their first stage, they'd had a bit of an incident. And when I mean a bit of an incident, I mean, well, thankfully the main thing was both of them were okay, and we'll get back to this part of the story a bit later on. Stage 4 would also catch out Hugh and Karen. They got stuck at one particular corner that another competitor also got stuck on, and they lost about 7 minutes getting the car out. Only a couple of corners further on the same stage, Tim and John also had dramas and got the car stuck as well, which took a bit of time to get it out. At the final service, luckily Hugh and Karen only needed minor checkover. Tim and John, however, had a broken suspension arm, so we had to swing into action and change that. The final leg of 3 stages were on twilight and would run pretty much into the dark. Despite the brake troubles, Dylan King and Lee Tierney went on to win the Safari. It was their only showing for the year, and it was a good one at that. On the clubman side of things, Jared Sewell and Adrian Burney won in their Daihatsu Charade. Thankfully, we didn't have any more dramas in the team, and at the end, Hugh and Karen finished 16th and Tim and John finished 17th. With our 2 state cars home safely, it was now time to turn our attention to the stricken Impreza, and that was rather a bit of a mission to get it back to the service park, and we finished well into the dark. With about 3 weeks to go to the next rally, we have certainly got our work cut out for us, and we will really see if we can get it done in time. Anyway, in the meantime, I would like to thank everybody that has given their support to us, and messages, phone calls, emails, asking how Tiana and Graham are, and thank you very much for that. They're both doing well, no problems, thankfully, which is great news. It just goes to show what a fantastic community rallying is, and also to some of our YouTube followers who have also commented as well on seeing on our other social media. So I hope you enjoyed our coverage of the 2021 Safari Rally. Please like, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers.